Hi there! Thank you so much for joining me today. This is Julie DiMatteo from the paperpixie.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the US, and in this video tutorial I'm going to show you how to make this fun gum box. I'm calling it a diagonal lidded gum box, and I sized it to fit a pack of the fruit stripe gum, but I think this is a normal size pack of gum. It holds 17 sticks of gum, and the box, I just have it held together with the ribbon, but it opens like this. How cute is that? You could easily change the orientation of this box. I just love the way that that lid fits over the gum, and it's really easy to make, so let me show you how. I have two pieces of basic black cardstock, and both of these are cut to 2 7/8 by 5 1/4. Along the 2 7/8 inch side, we're going to score this at 7/8 of an inch. Then I'm going to rotate it counterclockwise, and we're going to score at 1 1/2, 2 3/8, 3 7/8, and 4 3/4. Then I'm going to rotate it counterclockwise one more time so that 1/2 inch section is at the top. And I'm going to score at 1 inch, but only down to the second horizontal score line, stopping right there. I'm going to flip the cardstock and then just make a little tick mark at the 1 inch mark, just taking the ball tip of my stylus and pressing it right there where the cardstock meets the top of the Simply Scored, just leaving a little tick mark there. Now we're going to repeat the same thing on the other piece. So on the 2 7/8 inch side, score this at 7/8 of an inch. Rotate counterclockwise, and we'll score this at 1 1/2, 2 3/8, 3 7/8, and 4 3/4. Rotate it counterclockwise again. We'll score this at 1 inch, but only down to the second score line. I'm going to flip the cardstock and then make a little tick mark at 1 inch. That's all the scoring. Next, I'm going to fold and burnish on all the score lines that go all the way across the paper. I'm going to bring in the template. We're going to do our diagonal score lines now. I still have the stylus for my Simply Scored, and I'm just going to grab a ruler, and we're going to score from the little tick mark that we made on the diagonal up to the next vertical score line, and then from that 1 inch short score line that we did up on the diagonal to the next vertical score line. So I'm just going to line up my stylus and do the diagonal score. Do the same thing on the other side here. So our piece looks like this. And repeat the same thing on the other piece. All right, now that piece has the diagonal score lines. All right, so let's start to cut our cardstock here. I'm going to cut up each of the vertical score lines from the bottom, stopping at that first horizontal score line. Then we're going to remove this lower right corner, but I'm also going to come in and notch slightly. That's this corner that we just removed. Then I'm going to cut up the 1 inch score line, and then remove these two sections. Okay, and then finally I'm just going to fold these larger sections out of the way and come in and notch these tabs. One last piece I forgot to do is to notch this piece in. And now our piece looks like our template. Okay, we're going to repeat the same thing on the other piece. All right, now both of those pieces look like the template. Next, I'm going to fold over on those diagonal score lines, so folding backwards and burnishing. And now we can start to put these boxes together. So I'm going to start with the first one using liquid glue. I'm going to fold on the second score line from the left and apply glue to that little 1/2 inch tab. Then I'm going to fold from the first score line from the right and line those up. Okay, like so. Next, I'm going to put glue on the back side of these diagonals. You can cut these off completely if you prefer, but I like the finished look of these being folded into the box. It gives the edge a nicer look. So I'm just going to put liquid glue on each of those and fold those into the box. And then what you can do is actually make the box flat and burnish those down into place. See how it'll just go flat like that and you can fold it into place? And that will just give us a nice sharp folded edge there. Okay, now you want to pay attention to where your seam is. So the seam is right here. This is considered the back side of the box. So we're going to glue the tabs first. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue on that front flap. Okay, so fold the back flap, then the front flap, and the liquid glue gives you a chance to kind of get this right into place before you press down. There we go. So one side of our box is ready. Now we're going to repeat the same thing on this piece. So folding on the first score line from the left, applying glue to the tab, folding on the first score line from the right. Okay, now we can put glue on these diagonal pieces. Fold those into the box. You can fold the box flat to get those into place. All right, here's our seam. So this is the back of the box. All right, so now we have the top and the bottom. So I'll grab the gum, put that in the bottom. And the lid goes over top. I love how cute that is. So now we're going to go ahead and do some decorations. First, I'm going to stamp sentiments from the Well Said stamp set. We're going to do the word love and you. We're going to stamp that in Memento Tuxedo Black ink onto Magenta Madness cardstock. I'm going to bring in the Big Shot and we're going to cut a couple pieces here. First, I wanted to quick show you, this is the rainbow glimmer paper. How beautiful is this? I've got a piece here that we're going to cut with the second smallest from the rectangle stitched framelits. I like to place that at a bit of an angle so you don't get any speed bumps as it goes through. And then using the second smallest equilateral triangle from the triangle stitched framelits, we're going to cut out the sentiments. We'll do one at a time here. And we got those 3 pieces cut, and then to cut this on the diagonal, I'm just going to grab a ruler and a pen, and on the back side of this, I'm going to make a little tick mark at 15/16. So that's just 1/16 less than 1 inch. I'm going to do that on both sides here. And I'm just going to come in with the paper trimmer, and I think you see the 2 tick marks that I made. I'm going to line those up along the cutting groove here. And then we'll cut that on the diagonal. So we've got 2 diagonal pieces. Now bringing in our box, I'm going to adhere these with liquid glue. And then with mini glue dots, I'm going to go ahead and adhere the sentiments. And I'm just going to do a trio of glue dots, kind of one in each corner of the triangle. And then we can pop those on the front of our box. And I'm going to grab a medium rhinestone. And then with the beautiful Magenta Madness ribbon, I'm going to go ahead and tie a bow around the outside of our box. And there we have our diagonal lidded gum box. And let me bring in the other two versions with that beautiful rainbow glimmer paper. I love how fun this box is, especially with the triangle stitched framelits. The finished dimensions of this box are 1.5 inches by 3 inches by 7/8 of an inch if you're trying to figure out something else to fit in this box. But really, really cute and different box. I love how easy it is to go together, and it's a perfect fit for that pack of gum. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss my next video. If you're interested in purchasing any of the Stampin' Up! Products I used today, they'll be linked in the description. And I'll also include a link to my detailed blog post with all project measurements, details, and a picture of the template. I'd love to have you come visit me at paperpixie.com, where I post projects every weekday to inspire you. If you don't want to miss a thing, you can subscribe to my blog, and you'll receive an email each time I publish a new post. You can shop with me anytime at paperpixie.com/shop. And if you're interested in a discount on your Stampin' Up! Purchases, the starter kit is the ultimate bundle and a great way to get your wish list for less. I'd love to have you join my team of Paper Pixies, and you can purchase the starter kit at paperpixie.com/join. If you don't already have a demonstrator and you'd like a complimentary copy of one of our catalogs, you can order catalogs through me at paperpixie.com/catalogs. And if you give this project a try, I'd love to see what you made, so feel free to share it on social media with the hashtag paperpixie, and I'll be sure to check it out. Thanks again for watching. I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day. Take care. Bye.